Now Carr throwing on second down. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's able to find Diggs. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
On second down, Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in position.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe you're like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
That's fielded in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Lets it fly for Thielen. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And they try to sweep to Jones. Spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And it's taken in at the 9. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Carr. Staying on his feet. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. Wiggles free. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away, and now it's down to a one-score game.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action. Now Carr. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Carr now on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
93. 618.
On first down, Carr. He'll find Thielen working the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Low, low, low. Hey, Raider 2.
From the gun, Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Carlson able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Patriots have jumped out to an early lead over Miami. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he will lose yardage yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there, but they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot, and that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. Well, he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start the drive with Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go. The 5-man box.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And it's 2nd down.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there.
And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Cook. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
29. Low. Later 2.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down, and that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt. Deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Ready? White 25. Green, triple C.
Now it's the backup Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Bucs on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's to the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only give up a first down and not a touchdown.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Brate, the tight end's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And avoids the contact by sliding. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Winston drops it to Jones in the flat, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I'm beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right, converted only 1 time. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Give. This is Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. stepping up, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They pitch it out to Cook. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Express!
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away.
That'll do it for hard-working crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Tampa.